हेलो गाइस, आप सभी का स्वागत है हमारे आज की इस लाइव स्ट्रीम पर जहां हम खेलने वाले हैं द विचर 3 वाइल्ड हंट की फाइनल डीएलसी। एक्चुअली कल 4 दिन से स्ट्रीम नहीं हो रही है क्योंकि 4 दिन से लगातार नेट का प्रॉब्लम है। नेट पूरा डाउन था, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व ही नहीं हो पा रहा था। आज हुआ है लेकिन स्टेबल नहीं है कनेक्शन। सो कभी भी स्ट्रीम आ जा सकती है, ऐसा बीच में बफरिंग हो सकता है, तो वो संभाल लेना। आज के दिन देखते हैं, ट्राई करेंगे। लेकिन आज मुझे स्ट्रीम करनी ही थी, जैसे ही नेट शुरू हुआ मैंने स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट कर दी। अभी स्टेबल नहीं है कनेक्शन, थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा शायद स्टेबल होने में। तो हम गेम को डायरेक्ट स्टार्ट करेंगे। आज डीएलसी को शुरुआत करने वाले हैं हम। अपनी फाइनल डीएलसी ब्रेड एंड वाइन की वो खेलेंगे। वो एक बार कंप्लीट हो जाए, आज देखते हैं जितना ज़्यादा हो सके उतना करेंगे स्ट्रीम बड़ा। लाइट पे डिपेंड है और अपने नेट कनेक्शन पे। अभी भी स्टेबल नहीं है कनेक्शन, सो जा सकता है स्ट्रीम। एक बार चेक करते हैं। कल ट्राई कर रहा था मैं, लेकिन कल भी नहीं हो रही थी स्ट्रीम। एक बार सिर्फ साउंड चेक करेंगे और स्टार्ट करते हैं। चलो, बाकी सब तो सही चल रहा है फिलहाल। ओबीएस भी एक बार चेक, प्रॉब्लम दे रहा है नेट कनेक्शन बीच बीच में थोड़ा थोड़ा। ठीक, देखते हैं जो होगा। एक्चुअली हम ओके, लास्ट टाइम तक समरी लेते हैं क्या क्या किया है हमने। लास्ट टाइम में हम ये कर रहे थे, क्लियर कर रहे थे स्केलेगा का मैप। जो ये अनडिस्कवर्ड लोकेशन है वो सब क्लियर कर दिए हमने लास्ट टाइम में। और कुछ बचे थे जो प्रॉब्लम शुरू होने के बाद वो स्ट्रीम पे नहीं कर पा रहा था मैं, इसलिए ऑफलाइन कर दिए उन लोकेशंस को। ये एक था यहाँ का, ये कंप्लीट किया। ये सब कंप्लीट यहाँ पे क्लीन कर दिया मैंने। 2-4 बचे थे यहाँ से, वो कंप्लीट करके अब यहाँ पे आए हम। अब हमें जाना है नोविग्राड में, जहाँ हम स्टार्ट करेंगे एनवॉइस वॉइंग बॉयज के मिशन को, जो डीएलसी का क्वेस्ट है। वहाँ से हम सीधा जाएंगे इस मैप में, टूसॉन्ट में। ये सब क्लीन कर दिया हमने। वाइट ऑर्चर्ड क्लीन है, वेलन क्लीन है, नोविग्राड क्लीन है। उसके अलावा हमने अभी भी क्लियर किया है, तो वो करेंगे। उससे पहले एक बार मैं इन्वेंटरी में चेक करता हूँ कुछ मटेरियल सेल करने लायक है क्या, क्योंकि दिखा रहा है ना 103 वेट, इसलिए कुछ अपग्रेड भी करेंगे एक बार लेवल 40 में जाने के बाद। ग्रैंड मास्टर क्राफ्टेड वेपन्स हम क्राफ्ट कर पाएंगे तब 40 क्रॉस करने के बाद। सो एक बार चेक करते हैं क्या क्या मुझे बेचना है। इसको कन्वर्ट करना है करेंसी को। हाँ, ये बहुत है। जंक वो भी बेचेंगे। ये नेल्स वगैरह के फिलहाल कुछ ज़रूरत नहीं है, तो क्वेस्ट के आइटम है वो सीड सब के सब बेच देंगे। ये क्या है? वेयरवुल्फ मीट नीडेड टू कंप्लीट क्वेस्ट। कौन सा क्वेस्ट? चलो निकलते हैं हम, चलते हैं अपने क्वेस्ट की तरफ। बाकी सब तो क्लियर है, कुछ बचा नहीं है। क्राफ्टिंग में अभी नहीं करेंगे, क्लास 40 क्रॉस होने दो एक बार, डायरेक्ट ग्रैंड का मास्टर लेवल क्राफ्टिंग करेंगे। चलो वर्ल्ड मैप, ओके। विलन में चलो गाइस, फाइनली अभी डीएलसी को हम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं। रेड एंड वाइन की एक्साइटिंग लग रही है डीएलसी। हमारे जो पहली डीएलसी थी अपनी हार्ट्स ऑफ स्टोन की, उसके हर एक क्वेस्ट को 2-2 घंटे लगते ही थे, कम से कम 2 घंटे लगते थे हमारे स्टाइल से खेलने के लिए। सो देखते हैं इसमें भी शायद उतना ही टाइम लगेगा हर एक मिशन को। चेक करना पड़ेगा, बस प्रॉब्लम ना है लाइट का कुछ।
You won't be as cocky once the Baron's men wet your arse.
Geralt of Rivia.
Ha! Sit with us, Witcher.
Found your message on the notice board.
You see, Palmerin? I told you. The Griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find
अभी
Geralt.
तक तो नेट सही चल रहा है,
Melton
so
to
प्रॉब्लम
Payrac,
नहीं लग रहा है
Payren,
कुछ.
and Palmer and DeLongful.
आई
Good
विश
to see
ऐसे
you
ही
both.
चले.
Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You
मुझे
must forgive
फन
us,
गेम
son.
ट्राई करना था, ओनली अप वाला.
Surroundings.
वो भी शायद हम
When
करेंगे.
we pledged to
Stream
place the
still
village
stream
under
करेंगे
our
एक बोल के.
protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison had left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. A tyranny of bandits, the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter we must present to you.
No point fighting bandits. Kill these and others just as bad or possibly worse will come in to fill the void.
To cast a blind eye upon the evil, there is no honor in it.
Can't stay here to protect these folk from the dangers that come their way daily. Saw what I saw. Heard them urge you to leave these raiders alone. Must have good reason to do that.
Do you suggest that should we help, we assume responsibility for their fate, for their lives? This burden we cannot agree to bear.
Geralt speaks wisely. We know neither this land, nor its peoples, nor its customs. And we have come with another duty altogether.
How I long to return to Toussaint, where all is simpler.
Soon, my friend, soon. First, let us convey our missive to Geralt in the manner tradition ordains.
Peasants will be fine, Palmerin. Been dealing with bandits for generations.
Your words do little to assuage my sense of morality bruised.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition...
It is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons.
इसकी स्टोरी कैसी होगी क्या पता, देखना पड़ेगा. इंटरेस्टिंग लग रही है. रिव्यूज बहुत अच्छे हैं DLC के.
Rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the star-crossed city's most gracious protectress, Her illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Shall you answer her call?
Anna Henrietta really say all that? Word for word?
Well, in point of fact, she said, bring me the Witcher and dare not spare your horses. Only make certain this time he comes alone. The Ducal Chamberlain added the rest. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember.
I might add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits. Yet the specifics you will need to verify with Her Illustrious Highness.
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. What kind of monster?
Finally,
Just guessing.
level
Most
40 up.
assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses. Bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately
ये
to fetch
कौन
you,
है?
promising grants of land and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An
ये कौन
ill
सा है
wind blows,
जानवर?
Geralt. The beast
Monster.
cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
जिसका नाम है folk say it wields a black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born. And okay.
Beast wields black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed this. They saw but an open window. then heard desperate cries from the street below, where a
कौन
corpse
लग
had
रहा
just
है
been
ये?
found.
The second killing, similar. A night in a locked room.
थोड़ा different लग रहा है
Servants
शायद
all
कोई.
about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast somehow got him out, dragged him to the town square, and killed him there. No one saw, nor heard a thing.
We have no fear of creatures against which sword and shield protect. But of this beast, nothing is known. Save that it cannot be traced, kills effortlessly, and with no rhyme or reason we can discern.
Okay.
Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush, but to no avail.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden. It is like a ghost.
An experienced tracker. This is what we need, with knowledge of monsters. In short, we need you.
Okay.
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the Duchess just call it off?
Simply, it is too late. The guests have arrived. The best knights of all lands, relatives of the Emperor. The beast could be a threat to others, not just to Her Grace's subjects.
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic incident.
ठीक है, लेते हैं contract.
I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract. Excellent!
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you. Yet time is of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Ha! Then post haste to Tucson.
To Toussaint!
चलो फाइनली हम तुसौड़ में जा रहे हैं, एक नए मैप की ओर. देखते हैं कैसा है मैप, क्या है चीजें अंदर. मैप अलग है, मतलब लग रहा है मुझे थोड़ा बड़ा डीएलसी हो सकता है. पिछले वाले डीएलसी से भी बड़ा हो सकता है शायद. विद्या करना पड़ेगा. अभी तो नेट अच्छे से साथ दे रहा है फिलहाल. आई विश ऐसे ही चलता रहे जब तक हम स्ट्रीम नहीं एंड करते, तब तक.
Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
ये तुसौड़ को जाके आया है मतलब.
You will find Beauclair's changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the
Cool.
chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
नहीं, ये क्या चल रहा है? फाइटिंग शुरुआत में. What the hell? ये गेंडा कौन आया? जगरनॉट. जगरनॉट कौन है बे? मॉन्स्टर है. ओ तेरी. चलो अब हम अपना स्टाइल दिखाते हैं. जलवा, अपना जलवा दिखाएंगे.
My lady! Hio, watch out! I kill a monster! All for one and one for all! Ah, Toussaint! Oh, the...
अरे यार, अरे what the hell? इतनी जल्दी कैसे मरा मैं? एड्रेनलिन पॉइंट जनरेट नहीं हो रहे थे क्या? मल्टीपल हिट से होना चाहिए था जनरेट। ऐसा कैसा चलेगा? स्लो हो रहा है शायद एड्रेनलिन।
My lady! Yo, watch out! I kill a monster! All for one, not one for all! Glory of her grace! I shall make pity of you!
हाँ? कैसे पॉसिबल है? 2 एड्रेनलिन पॉइंट है, 2। एक की बजाय 2 थे। फिर कैसे नहीं मरा ये? कुछ डिफरेंट अलग ही हुआ कुछ। एक मिनट, फाइनल अटैक के पहले मेरे 2 के 2 कंज्यूम हुए अपने आप।
For my lady! Yo, watch out! I kill a monster! All for one, not one for all! Well, you all! Oh, my name is not Infant the Pirate Pirate!
अरे क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है? इजी है मॉन्स्टर किल करने के लिए, मेरा एड्रेनलिन पॉइंट जनरेट क्यों नहीं हो रहे हैं? वो समझ नहीं आ रहा है मुझे पहली बात तो। कुछ अलग ही हो रहा है बस।
For my lady! Yo, watch out!
कौन से पोशन से? गोल्डन ऑरियल, ऑग्रॉइड है ये। ऑग्रॉइड लगाना पड़ेगा। अरे इतना टाइम हुआ, मुझे ऑग्रॉइड का कलर नहीं पता क्या अभी तक? पागल हूँ मैं। ये डिकॉक्शन किधर है? एक ही मारा, टी और एफ दबा के निकलना है। RTF।
I swore I'd kill a monster! All for one, not one for all!
अरे हल खत्म खत्म, चल खत्म। सही लिया था, सब फूल है मेरा। देखो कॉम्बिनेशन सही निकला।
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, outfit it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her
Idiot.
name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant
Lady of the
and
Lake?
banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a
बड़ा
tale
नहीं
full
लग
of
रहा है ये
agreeable
शॉन कॉमैप,
environments.
छोटा लग रहा है।
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint, we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again. The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien Delatour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
चलो पहले वो इन्वेस्टिगेट करना है मुझे एरिया जहाँ से वो बीस्ट जो अटैक कर रहा था, अटैक किया था जिसने वहाँ पे। चलो एक नई ट्रॉफी ऐड हुई हमारी कलेक्शन में, गोलियट कुछ लूटना है यहाँ पे। काफी सारी चीजें मिली तो है यहाँ पे, और कुछ है टूसॉन स्वॉर्ड, और कुछ है क्या लूटने लायक, बाद में देखेंगे। अभी निकलते हैं हमने मेन क्वेस्ट की ओर। चलो लेट्स गो, सेव करेंगे।
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmarin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
म्यूटेशंस एंड ग्रैंड मास्टर विचर गिरी, या ब्रो यही चाहिए था ग्रैंड मास्टर को। इन ब्लड एंड वाइन यू कैन अंडरगो एडिशनल विचर म्यूटेशन। ओह म्यूटेशंस टू अनलॉक न्यू कैपेबिलिटीज। ओके, soon you will run into a messenger who will deliver a very interesting letter. Okay, read it and investigate the story of Professor Moreau to learn more about these mutations. This is something. Okay, they say a master craftsman lives in Tucson who can craft witcher gear of unequal quality. What's more, you receive special bonuses for wearing all or part of a set. अच्छा वो पता है मुझे, मतलब ग्रैंड मास्टर लेवल का क्राफ्ट करने वाला वो वहाँ पे टूसॉन में कहीं पे। You will not regret investigating these new options. Cool, nice. Mutations क्या है देखना पड़ेगा।
Not so fast, Roach.
अरे फास्ट क्यों नहीं चल रहा है? चलो ना फास्ट।
Can't get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant.
ओनली अब जो गेम में इरिटेटिंग लग रहा है मुझे।
We appear in her name or speak
मैंने कुछ वीडियोस देखे थे, कैरी की वीडियो देखी थी, ट्रिगर्ड खेल रहा था वो देख रहा था मैं, तो वो थोड़ा इरिटेटिंग लग रहा है। ऊपर जाना है सिर्फ, ट्राई करेंगे, मजा आएगा खेलने।
No wonder. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around, make sure they didn't miss anything.
यही पे है ना कुछ, ये देखो।
Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went.
चलो अभी इनको इस प्लेस को फॉलो करना है।
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
ड्राउनर कहाँ पे?
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Got guests. Careful.
ये कोई अलग जानवर है। खतरनाक वाला है क्या? मर क्यों नहीं रहे?
For my name is not Mutant of Paytm.
मेरी बैंड बजा रहे थे वो उनको कुछ हो क्यों नहीं रहा है? ड्राउनर जैसे लेकिन खतरनाक वाले। नेक्रोफेग है पहले, तेरी चीज तो नेक्रोफेग ऑयल लगाना पड़ेगा मुझे। अरे ब्रदर रुक, नेक्रोफेग ओके। उई, चलो एक साथ। ये तो डिवॉवरर का कॉम्बिनेशन है, डिवॉवरर और ये अपने क्या बोलते हैं वो, अलग ही बीस्ट है कोई।
Let's keep looking.
कुछ नए मॉन्स्टर हार्ट, मॉन्स्टर बोन, ब्ला 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 ब्ला, इसकी शायद जरूरत लग सकती है आगे। हम कहाँ पे थे जब आए थे? यहाँ से एंटर किया था इधर। ओके, इसे फॉलो, हाँ ये देखो, इसे फॉलो कर रहे थे।
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it. Notice anything interesting? Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free.
क्या मतलब सामने कहीं पे बॉडी है?
Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything. Junk that came down the river.
We must keep searching.
Look at the rut. Guardsmen left this site by boat recently, probably to transport the body somewhere.
पहले आगे जाके देखते हैं, यहाँ पे कुछ तो है।
Nets were attached here.
अंदर कुछ तो है, अंदर जाके देखना पड़ेगा पानी की। नेट्स बहुत कुछ मिला है, लेकिन ये सब लूटेंगे, लूट नहीं छोड़नी।
Silk kerchief, monogrammed. Took the corpse.
चलो अभी रिटर्न चलते हैं। घबरा गया मैं आवाज सुन के, कोई मॉन्स्टर है। ओके,
What now?
This isn't the site of the murder. We know that. Current brought the body here. Corpse got caught in the nets. Guardsmen pulled it out, put it in a boat and took it somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took.
ये उनको
We should
पूछना
ask
पड़ेगा फिर
them.
जाके। नहीं, वो क्यों नहीं?
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes. You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
चलना फास्ट, कितना स्लो चल रहा है रे ये, कितना स्लो चलेगा, टाइम वेस्ट करना है। फास्ट चल, फास्ट चल, फास्ट चल, फास्ट चल, चलना फास्ट।
Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta,
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomrin's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
कहाँ पे जो हमें देख रहा था उसे चेक करता हूँ मुड़ी सुमड़ी में हमें नजर रखे था हमारे पर वो
The blacksmith's wife. She's always showing off them.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pate?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyren. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited 2 men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac Peyren in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Like Milton said, I've come from the north at the Duchess's behest to deal with the beast.
Yes, but who are you? A knight? A mercenary? A soldier?
Geralt is a witcher, a master of his trade. He has questions for you about the beast's most recent victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blew and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool.
ये कौन है?
What?
वही तो नजर रखे यही थी वो शायद वो
Lascelles estate.
जो हम पे नजर रखी
He
थी
learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue. He
गेरन
set
ने
his
जिसे स्पॉट
house
किया
on
था
them.
वही है
While
वही
you were
है
gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Linnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Lascelles' vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Lascelles now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Lascelles he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have to find that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now defenders of their own tushes.
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods' favor, so the gods sent retribution.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher codswallop.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of goods.
They say anything
बीस
else
के बारे
about
में
the
जानना तो
beast?
पड़ेगा, कौन है वो,
Besides
क्या
being
है,
a messenger of the gods.
इन्फॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट करनी पड़ेगी जितनी पॉसिबल है.
They see clearly.
तो अलग लगा मुझे कोई, मैंने ऐसा बीस देखा नहीं था.
Picky monster. Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not
ये
gonna
नहीं आ
live.
रहा है.
Oh yeah. Duty of some sort calls.
Some sort. Ha! Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the palace gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
चलो अभी निकल, यहाँ पे कहीं पे है वो नोटिस बोर्ड है शायद, कलेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. रुक,
Ducal clerks looking for help. Could be good coin to be made.
undiscovered locations. We wanted the White Wolf. Witcher Geralt, known as the White Wolf, is wanted to serve as guide. His potential employer guarantees ample wage for the Okay. White Wolf summons from Duchess Anna Henrietta. अरे गेरल्ट, सब मेरे लिए summons. Blah 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 blah. Announcement from the Office of Internal Revenue and Duchy to Song. ऑक्शन का कुछ है. ग्रेट ग्वेंट नहीं रे यार, यहाँ भी ग्वेंट है. आई हेट ग्वेंट. ओके, कुछ क्वेस्ट नहीं आए हैं यहाँ पे, लेकिन हमें ये वाला क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट करना है सबसे पहले. 2-4 क्वेस्ट आए हैं. वो लड़की किधर गई?
Nearly as nasty as they make him out to be.
वो लड़की किधर गई जो हम पे नजर रखी थी?
How goes it? I do what they pay me to do. That's it.
किधर है वो, किधर है वो, किधर है वो? लॉक्ड है. मैं टाइम क्यों वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे? सीधा मिशन पे जाना चाहिए मुझे. एक बार चेकिंग तो मारते हैं. किधर गायब हुई? नजर रखे क्यों थी वो हम पर? Why are you spying on us?
That can only mean trouble.
want to see
This
well met.
monstrous.
Good day.
गई शायद, वो गायब हुई। एक मिनट,
Yeah.
एक मिनट, यहाँ पे सर्च का ऑप्शन क्यों है?
And through the night returned from his days of war, yet the less for whom he pined and yearned had married
पार्टिसिपेंट डियर फेलो डायरेक्ट इवेंट, बकवास।
Oh, dear fellow, with a pissock like that, you must have your pick of the ladies.
कहाँ गई वो? नहीं है यहाँ पे, कहीं दिख तो नहीं रही है।
Oh, that's bad luck.
चलो हम निकलते हैं, दिख नहीं रही है, हम निकल जाते हैं यहाँ से, शायद आगे कहीं पे मिल जाए।
Best cure for the beast, a witcher.
200 स्टेप ही जाना है ना, पास ही में, फालतू में क्यों घोड़े को अपने बुलाना, अपने हॉर्स को क्यों बुलाना।
Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry.
कोई आवाज आ रहा है बड़ा। What the hell? What the hell just happened here? ये देखो।
Damn it. Killer must still be here. Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs.
हाँ मुझे वैम्पायर लग रहा है।
Busted ribs, blood from the ears. Took a solid hit. Massacred by a vampire.
वैम्पायर बोला ना,
Not an Ekimara though.
वैम्पायर का ही
Bruxa,
फीलिंग आ रहा था।
Gotta be. Killed with a single blow.
ब्रॉक्सा ये कौन है? डिस्टियरी में देखना पड़ेगा ब्रॉक्सा कौन है। तो बीस्ट है ना? हैं? ये वैम्पायर की तरह ही लग रहा है, लेकिन वो जाने दो, मुझे जो फाइट करना है वैम्पायर्स में, लास्ट वैम्पायर से ना, ब्रॉक्सा। वो लेडी ही नहीं, नहीं है ब्रॉक्सा, मतलब वैम्पायर ऑयल, ब्लैकवुड, यार्डन, डस्ट। जाने दो, डायरेक्ट मार सकते हैं। वैम्पायर ऑयल मेरे पास है क्या? लेकिन है शायद, ये देखो लगा के रखते हैं।
Black blood and moon dust could be lifesavers.
हम रेडी रहेंगे, रुको पूरी तरह से। कहाँ गया वो ब्लैक बोर्ड पोशन, ब्लैक ब्लड? चलो रुको, एक बार मुंडस भी रेडी रखते हैं। मुंडस किधर है? लेट्स गो।
Woman
हाँ
from
वही
the
है,
inn
वही
was
है,
wearing this coat.
वही है लड़की जो हमें ये कर रही थी ना, क्या बोलते हैं, नजर रखी थी हम पर, वही है।
In the cellar. Gotta be. Attacker had no trouble knocking over the cart. River muck carried the body in this cart. Claw wounds from 5 separate claws, spread of a small human hand.
कुछ तो दिख रहा था ना मुझे यहाँ पे, स्पॉट हो रहा था कुछ। जाने दो, हमें जाना है। एक मिनट,
River muck carried the body in this cart.
अंदर जाना है।
Footprints. Small bare feet.
वो भी मरा।
Deeper into the cellar. Fell down the stairs, broke his neck.
अंदर कोई गया है, ये अभी मरा है यहाँ पे। यहाँ जाऊं कि वहां जाऊं?
Hurled against the wall with great force. Used this to batter down the grate. Took a lot of strength to batter this down.
बहुत स्ट्रांग तो है। चलो फाइनली इट्स 1-on-1 अगेंस्ट द वैम्पायर। गाइस, वैम्पायर आपको काश में दिखा पाता, लेकिन वो थोड़ी नेकेड है, सो मुझे ये बंद करना पड़ेगा। चलो गेम तो चालू रहेगा, आवाज आपको आएगी।
You saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood.
क्या कर क्या रही है ये? उसके पास हैंड टाइक कटा हुआ और कुछ बॉडी पार्ट्स थे जो बैग्स में उसने सील करके रखे।
We don't have to fight.
विचर जा रहा है पास में।
You are wrong.
स्लोली मतलब वो फाइट करने के मोड में।
I cannot let you leave.
Oh. It's time to fight them. What the hell?
How long you gonna make me wait?
क्या खतरनाक है रे ये? थोड़ा सा ही बचा है वो। अरे भाग रही है, बेकार भाग रही है रे वो। चल गई। थोड़ा सा। चलो गई, मर गई। जब डैमेज हुई है, मरी नहीं है। हाँ, मर गई। चलो अब मैं कर सकता हूँ चालू। एक बार उसे लूट लेता हूँ, मॉन्स्टर को। लुटम लुटाई करते हैं थोड़ी सी, उसके बाद मैं कैमरा शुरू कर दूंगा। चलो अभी लगा सकते कैमरा। ओके, सेव करेंगे यहाँ पे, फिर बॉडी को एग्जामिन करेंगे। वो बॉडी के पास आ रही थी, कुछ तो चल रहा था उसका फालतूगिरी, देखना पड़ेगा मुझे। क्या
stinks.
सड़ गई रे बॉडी पूरी।
Waterlogged, both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it.
अच्छा, नो बॉडी पार्ट नहीं कलेक्ट कर रही थी, हैंड उसका जो टूटा है ना वो कलेक्ट किया था उसने, वो डाल चुरा रही थी वो, और उसके हैंड में एक मुझे ये रिंग दिखी थी, तो कुछ तो कनेक्शन होगा उस रिंग का।
From several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast.
Some chest.
Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up.
वो
How's
देखो
this
उसके हाथ में
possible?
उंगली
Still
उंगली में एक ये
warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though.
जिंदा है?
Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
अरे hand, unusual served hand.
So, murderer was clearly a
तो
monster, but not a Bruxa.
रिंग का कुछ कनेक्शन नहीं था,
Why'd the
वो
Bruxa
हैंड
come here
थोड़ा
for the severed hand?
अलग ही था,
Who does the hand
इसलिए वो
belong
ले
to?
रही थी शायद, कुछ
Why
तो
the
था
hell's it still
कनेक्शन.
warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ, अभी स्टॉप टू सॉन्ग, मतलब अभी काम है बहुत. यहाँ पे क्या है? वो चेक नहीं किया ना. एक मिनट, ये तो खाली है. नहीं नहीं, ये वाला नहीं, सामने वाला. हम डायरेक्ट इस तरफ आए थे ना, यहाँ गए नहीं थे. तो एक बार चेक करते हैं यहाँ पे कुछ है क्या. नहीं है कुछ, सीधा बाहर. What? लूट इम्पोर्टेंट ब्रो, लूट इम्पोर्टेंट है. यही से जाना है मुझे. अरे हाँ, थोड़ा देखते हैं क्या है आसपास घर में. सब लॉक्ड है. चलो निकलते हैं. ओए, ऊपर जाना है. ठीक है. वन 90 पास ही में, ऐसे ही जाएंगे. है तो इंटरेस्टिंग, फुल डिटेक्टिव का काम है. फाइंड पाल्मेरन एंड आस्क हिम टू टेक यू टू द डचेस. डचेस डचेस डचेस. बड़ा आवाज कैसा आ रहा है? अच्छा, टूर्नामेंट चालू है कोई.
Drissus, giant crouched forth the roar so horrid.
Need to
Shallow.
speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Store is done. Go find your parents.
But Sir Palmerin, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
A tale's for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
What? It is true. What you always trumps. इसका मतलब क्या है रे? इसका मतलब जो मुझे समझ में आ रहा है वो ये है कि अच्छा बनने से हमेशा बुराई पे जीत होती है. ऐसा ही कुछ होगा शायद. आंसर से तो यही लग रहा है. बिहेवियर विच, हाँ, अच्छा बिहेवियर रखना, हाई स्टैंडर्ड रखना, गुड क्वालिटी और हैबिट.
Yeah, virtue always wins.
But the Black Knight, he's a villain and he wins.
The cutter of Casteldaccia, too.
Moral victory. That's what counts.
Rubbish.
Now, that will do for questions.
ना
Go
मुझे
find your
थोड़ा अलग
parents.
आउटकम चाहिए। रुक, कहाँ पे लोड करेगा ये? इस वाले चेक पॉइंट पे ना मुझे थोड़ा अलग आउटकम चाहिए। कौन सा वाला है ये? उसको हराने के बाद का ही है ना, क्योंकि मेरे को फालतू टाइम नहीं वेस्ट करना है उसमें। मुझे वो तीसरा वाला ही चूज करना था, ये नहीं करना था। लूट पार्ट तो हुई मेरी ऑलरेडी। अरे हे, वैम्पर की बॉडी का है अब? वैम्पर की बॉडी का है बुयूस? नहीं, ये कुछ अलग था। मैं कहाँ पे जा रहा हूँ? फालतू जाना किधर है मुझे? मैं कंफ्यूज क्यों हूँ? अरे हाँ, ये देखो, यहाँ से जाना। टाइम वेस्ट किए बिना जाएंगे फालतू का। यहाँ तो वो आ नहीं सकता, रोच अपना डायरेक्ट ऊपर आ सकता है। सर्कल के बाहर जाने के बाद आ जाएगा। अभी ये देखो, रहने दो उसको।
Need to speak.
All right, you scamps. Store is done. Go find your parents.
But the Marine, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
They're tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Palmer story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk,
यही choose
makes friends he
करना
can
था
count on. A rogue? Well, he can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way.
चलो, हमारी हाइनेस से मिलते हैं। हेनरियाता से। हेनरियाता ही ना?
Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you'll soon see.
Hey,
Someone's
कर
gonna
रही है?
fight a Shalmar with only some elves on its tail to confuse it, slow it down.
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
नहीं, ये सही नहीं है यार। उसको ऐसे ये करके रखना।
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells dangling from your ass?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher.
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's capture a monster trophy.
Great love
नहीं उसके मारना नहीं है रे भाई अच्छा मॉन्स्टर लग रहा है मुझे
Let's go.
मारने दूंगा नहीं मैं कुछ ऐसा ऑप्शन मिलना चाहिए मुझे रोकने के लिए प्लीज मुझे ऑप्शन दो उसे रोकने का अच्छा मॉन्स्टर है वो फालतू को कैप्टिव करके रखा है उसको
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair lady Vivian.
विवियन सॉरी मैंने क्या बोला था एंड्रिया था
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first.
What the hell happened? अपडेट हुआ है अलग भी स्टे कोई तो है ट्रोल जैसा लेकिन अलग थोड़ा है
Got a bad feeling about this.
बैंड बजा दी उसकी वो बाहर जाना चाहता है क्लियर कट उसे लड़ने में जीरो इंटरेस्ट है जीरो
Damn it.
नहीं है इंटरेस्ट है
We have to help him.
चलो अभी गैरल्ट अपना कमाल दिखाएगा
Gotta keep it down. Can only tell where we are.
The beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar, and knocked him to earth. Then down came the witcher in one mighty pound.
अरे बाप रे हेल्थ की बैंड बजी मेरी
Out, out breathed flame, and thus the witcher
ओए
snuffed. All our hopes
अरे बैंड बजा दे रहे उसने मेरी मुझे वेपन्स अपग्रेड करने पड़ेंगे यार क्या बकवास वेपन्स लेके जा रहा हूँ मैं दो झटके में मार रही वो दो झटके में एक अटैक बेटा आधी हेल्थ खत्म दूसरा अटैक बेटा में पूरा खत्म
Gotta keep it down. Can only tell where we are when it hears us.
Alas, for nightling, the beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar, and knocked him to earth. And down came the witcher in one mighty pound. To give fight
What the
to
hell?
the beast, its friends confound. Out, out breathed flame, and thus the witcher's life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had turned.
अरे मार दिया रे उसने इससे बचूं कैसे मैं यार बहुत डिफिकल्ट है ये बैंड बजा देगा मेरी सबसे पहले रॉक ट्रोल्स के लिए क्या लगता है कौन सा ऑयल लगता है वो ऑयल मुझे यूज करना पड़ेगा कि वो टाइप का मॉन्स्टर है ये रुको देखता हूँ बेस्टियरी रॉक ट्रोल्स के लिए कौन सा ऑयल हम यूज करते हैं ट्रोल्स के लिए इन शॉर्ट ट्रोल्स के लिए ऑग्रॉइड ऑयल ओके सो ऑग्रॉइड में ऑयल ऑग्रॉइड चलो Let's try to stay alive.
Gotta keep it down. Can only tell where we are when it hears us.
The beast heaved its foul girth,
Damn it.
let loose a roar, and knocked him to earth. Then down came the Witcher in one mighty bound to give fight to the beast. Its hands confound.
What the hell? मर गया रे, कॉर्नर करके मारा उसने मुझे. कैसे बीट करे इसे? सडियल वेपन लेके तो मैंने पे ऑलरेडी बैठा हूँ मैं पागल की तरह. वेपन अपग्रेडेड चाहिए था रे. खत्म कर दिया उन्हें, उसने मुझे कॉर्नर कर दिया. कैसे मार सकते हैं उसे?
Gotta keep it down. Can only tell where we are when it hears us.
Alas, for nightly, the beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar, and knocked him to earth. Down came the Witcher in one mighty bound to give fight to the beast. Its plans confound.
Ugly bastard.
वो अपने आप फील कर रहे हैं क्या? फंस गया.
And thus the witch's life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust.
फंस गया.
And set fire to the wood. For nothing in this struggle can come to any good. The witch awakened till the time was
अरे अटक गया.
12 danced and spun, struck the monster right through.
What the hell was that?
Then naught shall have come of valor and vigor.
था क्या वो?
Like a bow who leaps at the love's first spurt, so the witch wooed the Selma, then its howl heart hurt. Dodge dives to deep paint, its razor strikes belly, Selma's cries wrinkle out, blood transforms into jelly.
मर गया. बार वो नीचे गिर. नहीं फंस गया गलती से. यस. लेकिन मुझे उसे मारना नहीं था रे. बेचारे को उन्होंने ट्रैप करके रखा था.
The Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
नहीं अभी मारा नहीं है वो. So कुछ तो ऑप्शन होगा शायद. प्लीज बचा लो उसको. ऑप्शन दे दो.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed.
No, I won't. Sorry.
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast.
नहीं ट्रैप नहीं करके. अरे नहीं रे, ट्रैप नहीं कराना. यार उसको फ्री करना था मुझे।
Guillaume,
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
ये विवियन है ना?
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. We must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here.
यार उसको मुझे फ्री करना था रे।
He let the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. The very man we would entrust with these tasks.
कितने बजे स्टार्ट की थी हमने
Damien de la Tour, captain of my
10:15 ना? 1 घंटा तो हुआ इस क्वेस्ट के लिए।
Your Grace, Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always.
अबे तेरे से तो बेटर हूँ मैं।
But we've enough trouble as it is.
कमीने।
Yet we are
अरे
capable
विचर
of
का
defeating
सीजन
the
3 का
beast
पार्ट 1
tomorrow
आ गया है रे।
without an
जो
outsider's
अभी देखने की चुल मच रही है
I've no
जल्दी,
doubt
लेकिन
about it.
7 सीजन आने हैं टोटल विचर के।
We settled the matter of
तो
the
उतना
Witcher's
होल्ड करके
powers
रखना
some
मतलब
time
मेरे से नहीं होता। मुझे बिंज वॉचिंग पसंद है।
Since you have
तो
broached
यार
it
कब आएगा
nonetheless,
7
let us
सीजन?
discuss
कितने साल
Geralt's
लगेंगे?
pay. Are the
अभी मैं स्टार्ट भी
legends
कर दूं,
true?
मेरा भरोसा नहीं कुछ.
Do witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
What? Do witches usually demand that which you find at home yet did not expect? मतलब कुछ समझा नहीं मैं. इसके पहले का डायलॉग क्या था, मुझे देखने दो, रुको. समझ नहीं आ रहा मुझे. नॉट ऑलवेज करता हूँ.
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise? It's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and the sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate.
यार यहाँ पे क्या चूज करना था? What should I choose? नाम क्या है इसको इसका?
Title to the vineyard.
बीस्ट ऑफ द. अरे 1 मिनट होल्ड करो गाइस. सॉरी गाइस, आपको वेट करना पड़ा, एक कॉल आया था तो उसमें ही था मैं।
Shall be given to you at once.
चलो हम
Surely
वहीं से
you need
शुरू करते हैं।
lodgings while you
रहने
have
दो
it.
डायलॉग।
The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
पार्शियल
Lovely,
पेमेंट मिला
generous
है मुझे।
gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Almost
I accept the
2 hours
contract,
लगे
of course,
शायद इस
but
क्वेस्ट
as
के
I
लिए।
said before, I'll need some information. How did it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
सेकंड विक्टिम कौन सा है?
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with
एक कनेक्शन तो दिख रहा है यहाँ
concrete proof of
पे।
any misdoings.
जो ये करते हैं ना घोटाले, इन शॉर्ट गलत चीजें करते हैं, उनको एक तरह से पनिश किया जा रहा है, ऐसा लग रहा है। 2 विक्टिम से तो ऐसा ही लग रहा है मुझे।
So, first 2 victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in
अच्छा,
modern times
मतलब वो
knights
knights
face
भी
new
है और एक
challenges,
connection है उनका।
Enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
Serial
These
killer
were
है।
honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's
चलो
what the
नेट
beast's
ने तो
trying
अच्छी
to draw
साथ दी
attention
आज।
to?
All
मुझे
who
लगा
murdered
स्टिल
men
नहीं
were
हो
knights
पाएगी,
who swore
लेकिन
fealty
हुई
to
अच्छी
5
तरह से।
chivalric virtues. And even if
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake.
ये है कौन
How
lady
we
of the lake?
truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, compassion. Okay.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule.
Generosity
by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the fourth virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton, immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
Okay. ये क्या हुआ?
Your Grace!
चलो चलो.
Why, I said... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled.
Bearing तो है इसमें. सही है.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me! Faster, Geralt! Right like the wind!
Your Grace seems right at home in the saddle.
This way! Through town! Try not to lose your way! Sharp right! Take care!
God!
Clear a path! Clear the way, I said! out of the game.
कहाँ लेके जा रही है ये?
It's here, just round the corner.
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to.
मैंने सुना ही नहीं क्या क्या फाइंड करना था वो. भूल गया मैं क्या क्या ढूंढना था.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish.
Okay, unicorn horn, golden fish.
While I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
Okay.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look.
Oh.
The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Okay, let's get to it. Come on. तो 200 मीटर है और दूसरा कितना है? नहीं, ये पास में है.
Unicorns are thought to like.
Perhaps an apple will work, or some sweets.
Or
we would
XZ.
not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Think unicorns. Rainbows, little girls. Sweets, maybe?
How dare he! Scandalous!
Cold game's not likely to tempt a unicorn. Crispy apple. Should like that like any other damn horse.
इतना ही था ना? इतना स्लो क्यों हो रहा है?
An apple. Yum yum. Easy. Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback. Come on.
Where are you skittering off to, Silver?
Let's go. This should be easy to spot once I'm under.
What the...
Use the visual sensor to find the golden fish. पूरा तो छानबीन कर लिया, मिल गई गोल्डन फिश फाइनली।
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly course doth trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
ये बार अच्छा था कुछ। सही था जो भी था।
Why, you bomb-botched wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful.
Meet the Duchess and assemble the clues and learn where the Milton is. Okay, मेरा यूनिकॉर्न किधर है? इतना स्लो क्यों है जा रहा है? अच्छा वो प्रेस होके रखा था बटन यार। Where is my unicorn? जान दो, चल के जाएंगे।
A bottle of wine is enough for two.
Positively useless. She can't possibly see a thing.
ये देखो, चलो। बाजू हटो। And we are here.
Please, Your Grace.
We do
2
not
घंटे लगे
please.
almost.
We act out of the highest necessity, or shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese.
नहीं, मैंने सुना नहीं, मुझे वो फिर से जानना है। I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, and end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese. Where he should be. Like a grown, hollowed out with ease. Hard. I think it's
Is it about someplace really cramped, uncomfortable?
Because it mentions groans and a mouse? No, false hints, I think. Meant to lead us astray. Look, if we take groan, hollow it out and find
greenhouse.
the letters, that is. We get
लगा था रे मुझे लगा था.
Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the
सही था
gardens, but
मैं
only one
फालतू
with
में
a door
मैंने वो
that
सिलेक्ट
locks,
किया था.
and the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go.
चलो, नहीं तो मर जाएगा वो। 41 भी हुआ, सही है।
Wait here.
किसी का आवाज आया क्या? अरे मार दिया उसने।
What the butch?
वैम्पायर है, वैम्पायर है, क्लियर कट वैम्पायर है। ये खतरनाक वाला है रे, लेकिन वैम्पायर तो है, नो डाउट।
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
None.
I don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left. And you, should you not stand down.
And once you're done, intend to leave? Go kill somewhere else?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after.
कौन है ये?
Let you kill again.
To stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
कौन है ये? मार दिया उसको उसने। What the hell?
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments.
अच्छा ये भी
We've
वैम्पायर
not
है।
seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help.
From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
So you being here, it's no coincidence?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Detlef. I fear he's become entangled, landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Detlef is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here, at least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Detlef is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlef, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Detlef an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlef found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Detlef's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upsetting. Immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say. But intend to find out.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
खत्म क्वेस्ट ब्लड रन लाकेज L4 Ditla Pandareten email Regis Welak blah 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 blah। चलो ये खत्म हुआ है। यहाँ पे एक मिनट below Clara, you have no idea how I've been Albert लव लेटर है डीड टू करो ब्लैंक। अच्छा मुझे उसने एक लैंड दी।
Good sirs.
चलो यहाँ पे सेव करेंगे। एक छोटा सा मेडिटेशन होगा यहाँ पे मेरा सब पोर्शंस में रिस्टोर होने के लिए। अभी क्वेस्ट देखते हैं कौन से अवेलेबल है। अपना मेन क्वेस्ट तो अभी खत्म हुआ है। क्या मिला है मुझे? दहलिया तुसॉन डुकल गार्ड्समैन स्टील स्वॉर्ड। ओके 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 ट्राउजर्स। अभी तो मास्टर क्राफ्टेड कर सकता हूँ ना मैं, तो मुझे पहले स्टैश के पास जाना पड़ेगा। क्वेस्ट देखते रुको, सबसे पहले तो क्वेस्ट देखेंगे। वे प्लेस वेयर यू कैन बिगिन न्यू क्वेस्ट फ्रॉम ब्लड एंड वाइन एंड मार्क विथ प्लेसेस वेयर यू कैन बिगिन न्यू क्वेस्ट फ्रॉम ब्लड एंड मार्क विथ दिस आइकॉन, रेड आइकॉन। ओके कितना बड़ा है? हाँ ठीक ठाक है रे, काफी बड़ा है। इजी नहीं है पूरा, ये सब कंप्लीट करना पड़ेगा मुझे। यहाँ पे मैं डायरेक्ट अभी नहीं जाऊँगा। हमारा टास्क होगा ये लेना कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स, ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स लेना, ये सब कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स पहले लूँगा मैं। ये वाला नोटिस बोर्ड नहीं, पहले तो ये पास वाला लूँगा, ये बाद में देखेंगे। उसके बाद क्वेस्ट में जाएंगे, सेकेंडरी क्वेस्ट देखेंगे कौन सा है। वो सब सेकेंडरी क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट करने के बाद हम आने वाला है विचर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स में। चलो ये 3 स्टेप बाय स्टेप हम कंप्लीट करेंगे। चलो इसके पहले मुझे वो क्राफ्ट्समैन किधर है देखना है। डुका डुका हु डोल आउट रिवॉर्ड फॉर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स, हु डोल्स आउट रिवॉर्ड्स फॉर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स। एक काम करेंगे पहले, ये है ना, ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेते हैं, मतलब जो है वो चेक करके लेते हैं, उसके बाद हम जाएंगे आगे।
Around here, it's wine, wine, and more wine. Me.
मैं कहीं सही जा रहा हूँ ना? नहीं, कहाँ पे आया मैं?
Sir, sir, a letter for you, sir.
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
कौन सा लेटर है? चेक करते हैं थोड़ा क्या है।
My dear Geralt.
I hope all is well.
हैं? ये
I
ट्रिस
imagine
ट्रिस
you're
का
hot
आवाज
on the
है।
trail of some nasty monster. Or is it an overly complex curse this time? Oh, Geralt, I wish I knew for certain. Whatever is keeping you busy, perhaps you'll need a break. For those moments, I offer you this intriguing little mystery I happened on in an old manuscript I bought off a merchant from Nazaire. The tome's author claims a certain
ओके ओके
professor
ओके, हमें शुरुआत में म्यूटेशंस का बोला ना, ये
professor conducted research into witch
देखना पड़ेगा मुझे।
mutations. I don't know much else, but I suspect that alone might pique your interest. The tome mentioned a journal interred with the scholar when he passed. It could very well lead you to his laboratory. I'm enclosing a map I found folded in the tome. It's smudged in a few places, but I hope it proves useful anyway. Please be careful and come back to me quickly. Your Triss.
Yeah.
A professor who studied witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
सही है, देखेंगे देखेंगे, इसको भी देखेंगे। लेकिन सबसे पहले मुझे वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स लेने हैं। कौन खोकरा है?
Oksbi. Might be worth looking into. Nice tune.
Yes, yourself with the trials of the virtues. Year person, time change, yet all that is good and beautiful still requires a different. Come to the Isle of Laga, test the rightness of your character during the trials. If you pass, you shall receive a reward. Okay. You wish to hire a person with good weapon skills who for a reasonable fee. Okay. Contract Grand Master Armorer, ये तो चाहिए भाई। Master Armor in requires 6 brave men to help recover long lost diagrams. Contract is highly dangerous as such as lucratively rewarded. Okay, ये तो चाहिए bro, मांगता है bro. Putting at the cemetery since no one is visiting. So I cannot go on. Back then, cemetery is fine. Is mad and no one is doing anything about traveling. It keeps awake all night. She aches for the about stand points. Okay.
Someone needs an escort. Not something I do often, but might be worth investigating.
चलो, कुछ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स हमने लिए हैं। चेकिंग्स मारते थोड़ा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स का। ये मास्टर आर्मर का मुझे पहले करना है। हो, नए थिंग्स कुछ अनलॉक हुए, डिस्कवर्ड लोकेशंस। सही है। मुझे ये सब अनलॉक करने हैं जल्द से जल्द, लेकिन करेंगे तब जब पास होंगे तभी करेंगे। अभी क्या क्या है मेरे पास? सेकेंडरी क्वेस्ट है सबके सब। सही है। तू सॉन लेवल बाय लेवल करेंगे हम। अभी सबसे पहले नहीं, आज के लिए तो हमें रोकना पड़ेगा ना यार। हाँ, 12:30 बजे नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में करेंगे। ओके, काफी चीजें करनी है हमें। क्वेस्ट देखेंगे लाइन बाय लाइन, एक एक करते जाएंगे। जब सेकेंड रिक्वेस्ट कंप्लीट करेंगे, फ्यूचर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स पर चाहे वो कंप्लीट करेंगे, बाद हम जाएंगे इस क्वेस्ट की तरफ, लाके चौपा। चलो ठीक है, आज के लिए हम शायद यहीं पे रुकेंगे। ओके, फास्ट लेवल फिस्ट ऑफ फ्यूरी तो सोन की
Eat, drink, and loosen your belts, for you are in Tucson.
ओह, ऐसा फास्ट लेवल पॉइंट है क्या? चलो सेव करेंगे यहाँ पे। ओके गाइज, चलो आज के लिए बस इतना ही। कल फिर से स्ट्रीम होगी हमेशा की तरह। अभी नेट का प्रॉब्लम आई थिंक सॉल्व हुआ है, तो कल भी शायद प्रॉब्लम हमें नहीं आएगा, ऐसा सोच के चलते हैं, देखते हैं। तो ठीक है, कल मिलेंगे, शायद विचर 3 के साथ ही मिलेंगे। मुझे ये DLC जल्द से जल्द ख़त्म करनी है ताकि मैं नए गेम्स ट्राई कर सकूँ, इसलिए मेरी जल्दबाजी चल रही है फिलहाल। जितना जल्दी कर सके उतना जल्दी करेंगे। ओके ओके गाइज, देन चलो चलते हैं, कल मिलेंगे। कितने टाइम पे वो देखेंगे। कल भी होगी विचर की स्ट्रीम, लेकिन शायद वो मराठी में हो सकती है कल की स्ट्रीम। ओके चलो गाइस, बाय बाय बाय, सी या।